We tried.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it's a teenager. Yeah.
Yeah, the neighbors.
I'm the age from like, do you have FCC? Dog, right?
Are they even looking for?
All right, now are we on mute?
Yeah, I could have got a little.
All right, everyone, let's get started. Welcome to Wednesday, everybody. Wednesday.
And Carnegie's doing it.
And I'm up here.
Hey.
What's going on?
Right.
So, those of you that are used to seeing John, which is pretty much everybody, I would assume, John is actually at his son's 8th grade graduation today.
Aww.
So, pretty exciting. So, congrats, little Ben. Yeah, for those of you who don't know me, I think I see a few new faces. I am Carnegie. I'm the Market Center Administrator in the office here, so I'm the one that gets you guys paid.
And the DJ.
Yeah.
What's that?
And the DJ.
And the DJ. Usually, Vince has got my spot today. All right, so let's jump into
That
it.
should be a big cheer though, because you get us paid. I mean, really.
So we do have real big announcements today. We have actually a broker Bruce, as well as our compliance auditor Kim, will be going over some risk management strategies. So we got that in here today, and yeah, I've got a couple shift things as well. So, all right, let's see what we got going on here. So first and foremost, make sure you turn off your cell phones, please. No disrupting the meeting. Fridge, we're cleaning that out every Friday, so make sure it doesn't stink. We don't want to go on that points laughs at you because you made the kitchen stink. Sorry. And the rooms, just as a reminder, all of our conference rooms are not your personal office. So, you know, if you need to book it for you and a client or having a meeting or something. It's not a personal office. Sorry, guys. We have cubicle space and stuff for you.
Uh-oh, yeah,
Vince,
that happens.
I keep pointing at you. There we go. TCPA, you know, we got to talk about it every meeting, guys. You know, don't text people that don't want to be texted. Don't call people that don't want to be called. That's pretty much is.
Not changing the battery.
Yeah, I was gonna, that was
We
my-
just changed the battery. All right, on-time drawing, Jen.
Yes.
She is. All right, North American Host Services.
Drawing after.
Yeah, let's hear from you first, and then we'll give away a gift card, I think.
Okay, well, I'm Jen Finley with North American Home Services, the other inspection company. Just to give you a little information about ourselves, we are your one call for all your inspection needs. We do termite, home, roof, sewer, and pool inspections all the same time of the day, so you're not wasting your time multiple days doing inspections. And that is one call to the office as well. Another cool thing about our company is we're always trying to save money. So if you order a home and a termite together, automatically it's $50 off, 3 inspections, it's $75 off, 4 more, it's $100 off. So we always try to help. And I have this and my cards are in the back. So if you're in a bind, I know contingencies are kind of tight right now. If you need to get something in and our office says we're a week out, which is pretty much what we are, please feel free to reach out to me, text me. I will try to work some magic and get you on the schedule as soon as possible. So
right.
That's it.
Cool. All right, got an on-time drawing.
Okay.
Who do we got today? Not that one.
William Brown.
All right. All right. Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, so first big announcement of the day. So as you guys know, we have been in partnership with the KW Fair Oaks office, right? And we've been, helping them out, and essentially they're merging into our family. So we have officially hired a new team leader over there. Who's that going to be? It's me. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. It's not who it is. Yeah, so this is someone we've worked with. John and I have worked with very closely for quite a while now, and I mean, we couldn't be happier. We think it's a good fit. We essentially had this person over at Fair Oaks, and the agents were immediately asking, "Hey, are they going to be the new team leader?" And sure enough.
I'm really excited. It's a new challenge
changed from real estate and also from coaching to the agents that I'm going to be recruiting to the office. And I really want to build the culture that we have built. This office it means so much to me. And I love every single person that we bring into this office. I do a really good job of keeping the culture intact. And I just want to bring that over to the other office. I am still an agent here. My team is still here. Coaching is still going on. So I still will oversee coaching. I've brought on a few new trainers that we're going to introduce. Is that next?
Coming up shortly after this, yeah.
I don't know. I brought on a few new trainers and I've hired a really great coach. In fact, I brought her over from one of our competitors. And so I'm really excited to bring her on, and we'll be announcing her closer to when she's going to start. For now, I'm pulling double duty. So if you're in my coaching program, I'm still your coach. You still call me. I'm here to help you with everything. And if you know any agents that are looking to get into the real estate business and would like to join a new brokerage in Fair Oaks, I would love to send them my way. And I'm going to continue out the meeting.
Pretty much. Hand it over. Amy's taking over today.
Yay!
All right.
All right. Okay.
Works for her. Yay.
All right, it's time for Tell Me Something Good. Did you notice the song is gone? We don't play the song anymore?
What happened?
Tell me something good. Okay.
Hey.
It's copywritten, and every time we tried to post the meeting to the YouTube channel, it's like, you can't strike, you can't do this, your illegal download is keeping you from that. So removed it now. We have to take it out. All right, you guys, tell me something good.
Okay, I got something.
Okay, good. What's up, Kendall?
So I posted this on my Instagram the other day. It's kind of
Stand up, girl.
cute and
Stand up.
nothing like business related. Okay, so when my grandma passed this year, we were super close, and they recently sold her gold, and I got some money back from it last week. And I was like, oh, what do I want to do with this? Because I didn't want to just put it in the bank and then it goes to gas and stupid shit. So then I was thinking about it and I was like, it'd be really special if I spent this money on my fiance's wedding band. So we went and got our wedding bands on Sunday.
All right, who's next?
I have something.
Jose. Oh, sorry, iPhone 2. Who is that?
This is Nara. I'm
Hey,
watching you 7,000 miles away at 9 p.m. my time.
Oh my gosh. Well, give it
Tomorrow.
to us.
Or
What's your
yesterday.
good news? What's your good news, Nana?
Yeah, I am watching you from 7,000 miles away. I'm in Lebanon and it's 9 p.m. my time. That's why I'm saying.
Nice. That's awesome. We miss you so much.
Thank
Jose.
you.
Share, I have a 13-year-old now.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh,
dude.
you poor baby.
Oh, I
My
feel
son turned 13 yesterday, and I'm excited. At the same time, I'm a little nervous. But it's really gonna push me in my growth because now I have to teach him. So I have to get home.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
My oldest turned 13 on Friday 13th. And I was like, I feel like that's probably an omen. Okay, who's next? Yes.
Yes, I decided to announce that my niece published her first poem book. My Father's Day cards, excuse me. But yeah, she has been writing poems since she was really young about her life, and she put it in a book. So it's on Amazon. Just a Glimpse by Sharice.
I love that. Bob, and then Helen.
Something good. The week before last, we didn't have the meeting. Luke closed 2 deals, both from open houses.
Yeah,
This
Luke.
guy's an animal doing 2 or 3 every week. So
Yeah.
door knocking, dropping flyers, doing an amazing job. So super proud of him. And then I slept till 6 a.m. this morning,
Yeah.
which was great. So I got a 7-week-old, and he's already adjusting to sleep tonight.
Good. Helen.
My two oldest kids graduate from U of O with their master's degree in teaching on Monday.
Good job. Yes.
I'm excited to tell you that I'll be full-time here.
I love it.
Seeing over here now.
And I know how big of a dream that is for you.
Yes.
Being your coach over the last year, I know that you've worked hard towards that. That's amazing. Thanks. Congratulations. Anyone else?
I got something over here on Zoom land.
Yes, Anne.
Hi, everybody. It's Ann. My daughter graduated high school with almost straight A's, and is really, so I'm so proud of her because she's had a rough start, and she was diagnosed with sensory processing disorder. You know, we just thought she was quirky, but she really has a hard time, some learning stuff, and she pretty much did it without any of our help this last year, which we all know has been kind of hard the last couple of years. So anyway, I'm very proud of her and just wanted to share.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
I have good news.
Yes, Carm.
Talking about graduations, last week I went to my nephew's graduation from 8th grade. I guess we should call it promotion now, right? They don't say graduation. And he graduated from the same school that I did, like, I don't want to say how many years ago. So it was a fun trip down memory lane. And at the ceremony, they announced that it's the oldest school in Northern California. It's been for 160 years.
Wow.
North of San Francisco. So, hey, Barry, Hornet, Yuba City.
Oh, my goodness.
That's awesome. All right, anybody else?
I have 3 kiddos promoting.
3 kiddos promoting? That's awesome.
Well, 1 graduated high school, but 2 promoting elementary, junior high.
Oh.
Pray for me.
All the good vibes sent your way. All right. Okay, who's next? Nobody? I got a new job. Woohoo for me.
My neighbor is selling their house and they're not the nicest people, so I'm really excited.
Do they need a realtor?
And no, which, I'm kind of a little like, their sign has been up for 2 weeks. And it's not on MLS, so I'm like.
Give me that number.
Violation.
Yeah, big time. But yeah. I'm back to me, I'll tell you.
I love it. I love it. All right. Anybody else got anything good to share with us?
I'll go.
Yes. Money.
Me and my wife are having our first kid. Yeah, it's gonna be, she's almost only.
Wow. Congratulations. Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that.
I'm sure I'll need a lot of advice.
We'll be here for you. We'll be here for you. All right. Anybody else? Yes.
It's my birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday! I love this. Let's keep it going. Who's next? I like all the good news. Nobody? All right, Ellen. That was a lot of good stuff, you guys. That was a lot of good stuff.
I think Rachel did that.
Oh, Rachel, were you going to share some good news?
I was. My daughter has her first wiggly tooth. That's a little strange, but she was so excited and showed me her tooth this morning, and it actually is very wiggly, and I was so shocked. She's just turned 5, so that's exciting.
I love it. Those are the best. Those are the best.
Is it still $1 under the pillow or
Nah.
Inflation? $100,
Inflation, $20. It's better I have lying around.
Oh, I know.
Whatever I can pull together is love it. Okay, so I talked a little bit about, the changes that are coming on, and so obviously I'm going to need some help, and I think this is a really great opportunity for me to create opportunities for other agents, right, that want to get into leadership and into coaching. And so some people that have really stepped up, I have brought in to start training courses. So Fair Oaks has a new trainer that's teaching Ignite. Ignite is going to be on Thursdays from 10 to 12 at the Fair Oaks office, and it's being taught by Mark Laban.
Oh, all right.
He is, yes, give him a round of applause. Is Mark on the call?
Yeah, he's up there.
Is he on Zoom? Hey, Mark.
Or
You got anything to say, bud?
Unmute.
He doesn't know we're talking.
He knows we're talking to him.
does.
Maybe he doesn't have anything to say. Well, Mark has shown up.
Oh, he doesn't have a mic. He's trying
Oh.
to get on his phone.
He's doing well, I'll give you a little bit about Mark. He's on the Jeremy.
good thing.
Oh,
It's a
there
good
he
thing
is.
they don't have me as a, hey, it's a good thing they don't have me as a tech trainer because I can't get this thing to work. I'm just
All
super
right.
stoked about it. I got to talk to Amy and I said, hey, what do you need help with? And she said, hey, I've got this class coming up and I'm super stoked about it.
Yeah, and he shows up in great ways. Just an all around really good person. And so if you ever have the chance to have an interaction with Mark and talk to him more, I strongly encourage that you do because he's really inspirational as well. And for the Sacramento office, or Natomas, we have brought on Brittany Morgado. She's not with us today, but she's fantastic. She's been in my coaching program. She was actually the team leader for the Sutter office. She's an agent out of the Sutter office. She is now back to being an agent, and she wanted to have opportunities in leadership. And I just knew that she was really good at this and offer a lot of knowledge and energy. And so she's going to be here on Tuesdays from 10 to 12, teaching Ignite for the next 9 weeks. So if you have a chance to stop by and talk to her, she's a great person too. Okay, we have another announcement. Super excited about this. Is Kayla on the call?
Damn.
Yes, hello. Okay, we are so excited about this. I honestly think that we've been talking about this for like a year. We've been working on bringing you guys more resources, right? More on-demand resources. So we have in-house transaction coordinators that you can walk in and talk to. Well, now Kayla, our wonderful Kayla, is going to be providing full service in-house marketing in this office. Kayla, would you like to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, I'm so excited to be launching this on July 1st. I'm going to have an office right next to Enhance, so you guys can come in and see what I've got and ask questions. My print marketing is going to be flyers, postcards, professionally bound listing presentations, and buyer presentations. I can do custom logo design, business card design, sign panel design, and we're also going to have strategic social media management packages. So it's going to be just an easy button, all full service. Everything is printed. All the flyers are delivered to you within 1 business day, and it's all going to be at your office. So no crazy processing times or deliveries or anything like that. It's just all right there.
I love it. I love it. Yes.
She just did mine if anybody wants to see what.
Is that it up there?
you up there, right?
That's you?
Oh, yeah, she Look at you. You look great. Love it. Yeah, super excited about this. And I mean, does that sound exciting to you guys to be able to walk into an office and say, hey, I have an open house this weekend. I need some flyers created and printed and get ready for me. How much leverage is this going to give you in your business? How great are you on social media? Probably not as great as you could be. And then they can run that for you. And I love being able to walk into someone's office because you can always go in and talk with them directly, and you're a person and they're a person, right? You're not a number on a phone. I think this is going to be really valuable, so I'm excited about it. Anything else to add, Kayla?
I'm going to be setting up this week, so you may be able to catch me earlier than July 1st. Feel free to come in and check out the office as I'm setting it up. If you want to see any samples, I've got some stuff ready, so I'm just excited to get started.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, so we have some new people that have just joined the office. For Sac Metro, Lynette Shaver. Is Lynette here? No? Well, if you see Lynette around, please welcome her. For the Fair Oaks office, we've got Amrit Paul Singh.
He should be online.
Is he?
Hey,
Hey, how are you, Amrit?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good. Welcome to the office. Tell us a little bit
Thank
about
you.
yourself.
So initially, I started with banking, and then I left that during COVID, and then I started to do stock investments, a bunch of like day trading, but then I kind of didn't like that. I mean, I love like the freedom, but then I already had my real estate courses like previously done, but I couldn't actually dive into real estate because it was a conflict of interest with work. And then after like the day trading stuff, I was like, you know what, let me actually put those courses to like use, put the put those courses to use and whatnot. And then I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna actually go like do my test and actually start my career.
Okay, so you're newly licensed and
Yeah.
and you're your first broker, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I'm your new TL. Welcome. Well, welcome. I look forward to meeting with you and talking about your welcome. Everybody, welcome to the office. And then for the Fair Oaks office as well, we have Charlene Thomas. Hi, Charlene.
Hi, it's this office. Sorry.
You are with this office?
Yeah.
Oh, well then she's okay. That's okay. Stand up. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm very new to real estate. I was a stay-at-home mom most of my kids' life. And my oldest is 25, so. But I'm very, very new. Never bought a home. Never really studied real estate until I met Alita. And I'm sorry, John, but Alita
Yes,
is my sponsor.
Alita is. That's on me.
Alita
Please, that's on me. I know Alita's texting me.
I'm sorry.
Well, I knew you were typing right now. I knew it.
I love it here. I love the atmosphere. It feels like home.
I love that you feel that way. That's great. I feel the exact same way. I think we all do. All right. Well, welcome everybody to the office. We're excited to have you. And we proudly welcome back Dorothy Robertson. Is Dorothy on the call? No. Okay. Well, I'm really excited to have her back. She was with us before. She decided to take a break from real estate, and now she's back. And she came back to us. And I'm so excited about that. So if you see Dorothy around the office, say hi to her. All right, we've got a first closing. I love these. They're my favorite. Janet Zavala, congratulations. She's done a great job. Fantastic new agent with us. Janet, does she have a call? Another first closing. Gary Opiari. Yes. Congratulations, Gary. I don't see. Oh, I do see him on the call. Gary, tell us about your first closing.
It was a commercial deal, agriculture in Central Valley, and it was exciting. It was a nice, exciting process, and the transaction coordinator Gavin, like he helped me a lot through the entire team of Keller Williams. Thanks for all the help.
That's awesome. Congratulations on your first closing. You know, first closing, purchase price a couple million. No. All right, here's our coming soon list. You can also find this on our Facebook group. If you see something on here that you think you have a client that might be interested in it, I highly recommend you reach out to the listing agent directly and see if you guys can work out a deal and keep it in the family. This can only be shared internally, so please don't share it on your Facebook, but you can share it with your clients, correct? Database? Internal?
Yes. Real quick on this, I know some of you have asked if why your listing isn't on there. So just so you guys know, I typically only go about a month out, you know, or like in this case, I went just slightly over a month out on this. So if your listing isn't coming soon until September or August, it will be on here. And then secondly, if you don't see it on here, may not be pulling up in MLS correctly. So please just give me a call and I will be happy to work with you Also, if you have something that you know isn't going to be an MLS, but you'd like us to put it on this list in advance, just send it to me by Tuesday. I'll make sure it's in.
I love that. I love it. All right, you guys, it's time to pitch your business. Is that not copyrighted?
Okay, so I have two. I have a lot still in West Sacramento listed at 160,000. I have that lot, and please, please, please. Tonight, I am listing a duplex. It's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath on one side, 2-bedroom, 2 bath on the other side. Gonna do between 465 and 485. I'm gonna sit down with them tonight, and it should be active. You guys know what I do. Once I get the list, I'll put it in right away. And it's in the 95828. So see me if you guys. Oh, and it's a father and son. They live on both sides, so the duplex will be empty. So if your client is looking for something that they can move into or whatever, this is gonna be the one.
That's hot. That's a hot listing right there, guys.
I'm gonna list between 465 and 485. So I'll text you once I'm done.
That's
you know. Both sides. Yeah.
Good price for a vacant duplex that you can rent out at market value immediately. Heyo, that's gonna be done quick. Anybody else?
Me.
Yes, Kendall.
Okay, so I have 2 listings. I have one at 1264 Old West. They were, you can't even see me anyway. No one else is standing. 1264 Old West, it's in South Potomac. The exterior was just completely repainted. When you drive by, it really pops. It looks awesome. The inside was repainted. It's 3-bed, 2-bath. Both of the bathrooms were updated and renovated. It's for $449. Great price for that area. So that's listing right now. It's vacant. Go by and see it. And then I have another. It's 2403 Hepworth Drive. It's on the Wild Horse Golf Course in Davis. 5-bed, 3-bath. There's a full bed, bath, suite downstairs. So perfect for families or if you have mother-in-law or whatever. That's on the first hole of the Wild Horse Golf Course. It's over 2,500 square feet. That's listed for $1.295. Call me.
Yes, please.
Steven.
Somehow, I guess mine got missed, but anyway, that being so, we have a 3-bedroom, 1-bath over off of El Camino in Pinham. By the way, this property is only $459,999, but it has a huge lot, dog run, all this kind of stuff sitting on the corner. I do want to bring you up to a little situation because we've had a couple open houses there. There's a gentleman that is running around. Normally he runs around in a security guard outfit.
But he's a lawyer.
But he's a lawyer. He's a crypto lawyer, by the way, and he wants to buy your house. So you may see this guy. I have reported him now to SAR, and of course, I've talked to Don and, of course, Bruce in regards to this matter. This guy actually bought the house. He thought he bought the house. He said he bought it over the Memorial Day weekend, which was very interesting because he did not talk to any of us. That know what that means. He bought it with crypto money because he's a crypto attorney. So that being so, that's his story, and he's sticking with it. We did have to get the sheriff department out and things of this nature. The guy has a record. Just wanted to let you know. So when you're doing these open houses, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was the greatest thing. The guy broke in, he did something with the lock, and all of a sudden we couldn't use our key. Couldn't understand what was really going on. But I sent the picture to John, but this is the guy's mugshot. He's a really great security guard. But he does have a record. He's about 28. He is he's about 5'8", large. That's basically what I can say it. He'll take your sign down. So he took the sign down, and I was talking to the neighbors, and they said, hey, this guy took your sign down. They described it. So just be on the alert. This guy could be in your neighborhood, and like I said, the property itself, really nice piece of property, and of course on El Camino, right next to Y. So security guard. Yeah, and it comes with a security guard.
Thank you, Carnegie.
I love real estate.
Comic relief. I love it. All right, picture.
Oh, we got one more.
Right.
Oh, you got security guard too?
So we have, for those who have clients who are looking for mobile homes, 55 and up, we have a double wide that's gonna be up, it's gonna be next week. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Now, this is a very nice mobile home. It is sheetrock, it has granite countertops, it has updated cabinetry, it has a range. And again, it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath located over there in the South Central area. Space rent, you're looking about $875 to $900. Great opportunity now for those who have a client. I want to say it's about 1275 to about 1344 square feet. So it's very spacious. If you guys have somebody, let me know. Would love to keep it inside. 125.
Love it. I love it.
Question,
I
is
might,
that
I
an
might
all
have
ages
somebody.
park?
Negative,
No,
sir.
it's
It's 55 and up.
Just so you guys know, there only has to be one person that lives there that is 55 and up. They can't have, well, I think they can have one other person live with them that's not 55, okay?
Certain amount of time.
For a certain amount of time, yeah.
I think Farm had a couple.
Barb, yes.
Yes, so yeah, Jose mentioned the mobile home. We're getting pictures on that one this week. So if you have anyone, please reach out to him. You can also connect with him or I on, we've had a couple of price corrections in Natomas. We have a North Lake single story. If anyone has a buyer that's looking for a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, help me get this one in contract, people, please. 749, 2,600 square feet, priced well at this point. So if you have anyone, please let me know. We also have one in West Shore that had a price correction to 779. So if you're looking for that 2930 square foot plan over there, built by K-Hop, that is available. And then one in Regency Park, 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath or 4.5 bath, I can't remember, 649. So I'm hoping you guys have buyers. We'd love to work with you.
All right.
Thank you.
I got a couple.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a 3-bed, 2-bath coming on the market in Del Paso area. It's 3134 Palmer, and a remodeled kitchen, bathrooms, new roof, windows, HVAC, things like that. That'll be 400,000. So pretty affordable. Deep lot, does have a 1-car garage, and then one in the Arden area by like El Camino and Watt. It's 2399 Drayton, and that's a 3-bed, 1-bath, remodeled, and that'll be 475. So a couple houses under 500 if you guys have some buyers.
It doesn't have, even though it's on El Camino on Watt, it doesn't have the security guard.
It doesn't have the security guard.
No, it's not on El Camino and Watt. To give you reference points, kind of by the old mall or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of close.
It's kind of close, yes. No security guard.
No security guard.
I don't think. It does have a hoopty driveway.
Oh.
I'm a big fan of those.
Oh,
Usually
yeah.
you get them like $1 million homes.
Yeah.
It's a $500,000 home.
That's what mine is too. Maybe that's why you like it.
Oh, it's probably the same neighborhood then.
Probably.
Oh man, better go check on it.
Watch out for that.
I was surprised they have them driveway.
All right, who's next? Okay.
Okay, so I have a 4-bedroom, 55 in Vacaville, and it's gonna be listed next Wednesday. 4 full bathrooms, 4,087 square feet. It's listed at 960.
All right.
So there's a full,
Yeah.
one of the upstairs bedrooms has a bathroom as well. The primary suite is huge. It has a sitting area, second jacuzzi tub, walk-in shower. It's really
Well, I mean,
nice.
3,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Awesome. Spread out there, right?
Right off of Leisure.
Well, it was
5 minutes from the house.
So this is a repitch. We are down to 560 from 590 on my condo in Midtown, which is what I would have priced it at if the seller would have let me price it what I wanted to. So we're down to 560. It is a 2.5, 1,300 square feet, beautiful kitchen. The issue everybody's having is the living room is upstairs. I don't know why everybody has an issue with that, but we've restaged it. Jenny Sapien helped me with that, and we are willing to give a credit for paint. We have a quote for 6,000, so bring me somebody.
Is it vacant?
Yeah, it's vacant. Go show it. Everybody's complaining that it's really dark, and it really does need to be all painted bright white. So, and I'm trying to have the seller change out lighting that I wanted changed out in the beginning as well. This one's been an uphill battle. What was that?
What's the address again?
910 Q Street. And it has an attached garage in downtown. It's spotless. It's 560.
I'm moving.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna go live my new
come,
life.
yeah, come find out. Bedrooms are huge.
I just want to plug right now, Sherwin-Williams is giving all agents 50% off of paint.
I can paint my house.
Bye, bro.
50% off. I just went and bought paint myself.
Really?
It came through the SAR. A lot of us don't read those mailers, but if you want, I've got them saved on my phone. So all those that might need paint for personal clients, 50% off. And it benefits the SAR scholarship fund.
I love it. Yeah, you guys, we get a ton of discounts for like Office Depot.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're like
That's actually ending now. I
UPS.
think it's ended now.
But we get a ton of discounts. So if you're part of SAR, then you're part of NAR and CAR, and you get discounts with them. So, all kinds of benefits. Okay, any more listings to pitch? Okay, we're done. Oh, just closed. Dang. Since May 25th to June 8th, we are crushing it. Did someone say that the market's slowing down? I've been out recruiting agents, and let me tell you, a lot of people are saying the market's really slow right now. Is our market slow? No.
I don't
It's
know
just
what they are.
shifting, just a little bit, right? And if we shift with it, we will still continue to see numbers like this.
Right, right.
So, Michael and Taylor with 9. Woo! Jeez, I love it. Carr, 7. Bobby Afton, 5. Christina Gold, 3. Liz Yoakum, 2. Luke Vincent, 2. Hey, Andre, 2. Heather Wingate, 2.
Yay.
Kill it, girl. That's awesome. Swan, 2. Rich Gibbons, 2. Kimberly Lane, 2. Joe Lulucci, 2. I probably murdered that so bad. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry, Joe. Eternity 2. Alicia Platt, 1. Alita Turner, 1. Congratulations. Chris, 1. Dalton Melvin, 1. I love it. Danielle Carter, 1. Dennis, Dexter, Diana, Dilruba, Gary, Helen, Hemet, James, Janice, Jenny, Julian, Jake, Judy, Laura. This is alive, right? Leon, Lori, Charnay, Sandra, Tyler, Valentina, Jonathan, Jose. Oh, hey.
Yes.
Hey. Jose, what's up? Michael Brown. It's awesome. Alicia Rios, Lindsay, you guys, we're killing it. I love it. Congratulations. Good job. Open houses on the kwsacmetrohub.com. You can scan this here and you can get into our exclusive open houses. Why is it exclusive? Because it's only available to agents that are part of our brokerage, and these are available open houses to you. So if you're looking to get an open house this weekend, go check out that list. Anything to add to that, Desiree?
If you have questions, just let me know.
Questions, let us know.
3 days prior.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
must
that's
be
a good
3 days
reminder.
prior. So you gotta book it today.
Yeah.
Book it today, get ready.
Yeah.
Call Kayla, see if she can print you some flyers early. I like where this is going.
But yeah, please get those requests in 3 days prior. I do not plan to look at the requests on Fridays because typically that would mean that you're hosting an open house on Monday. So get those in Monday through Thursday before 4 p.m. and I will review them and approve them.
Luke holds Monday open house is open.
Sometimes.
Just kidding.
Sometimes.
Not always.
He's like, no, I don't.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I'm always bragging about Luke, and then he's like, I don't do that.
And please make sure you're up to date on MLS and STAR to apply. You have to have your MLS and STAR. So I know a lot of new agents like to jump on those and I encourage it, but please make sure you have your MLS.
Got to be able to do real estate business.
Got to be able to open the door.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm really excited to have our compliance corner with Bruce Hammer and Kim Contreras, please.
Yay. Yay.
Come on up.
I'm now brunette, if you didn't notice.
Not really.
All right, you first. please.
Okay, well, we were gonna throw up page 1 of the RPA, but
We are.
oh, you guys did get it. Awesome, thank you. Go Carnegie.
I use Taylor as an example.
Taylor, good job. Thank you. So what we're seeing a lot of missing APN numbers. So we're just gonna jump straight to the subject. The APN numbers, why that's so important is some properties actually do have two APN numbers. Does not mean that they're separated or can be two parcels. So some have ADUs, whatnot. So if there are two and you run out of room, the text overflow addendum. But this is how title actually identifies truly which parcel you're purchasing. Sometimes people transcribe the numbers, whatnot. So it's super important to have the actual APN number to identify the individual lot. And so when you do get that prelim, everybody should be reading the prelim, and on the last page is the map. So you want to identify that that parcel number matches on the map where that property is. Believe it or not, it does get mixed up.
I actually have a good comparison for that. So similar to like when you're writing a check, it's always good to go off of written amount versus just a numerical for verification. Same with the parcel number and your address. Very, very similar. You need that parcel number to match or correspond with your address so that there's no confusion. It's like that extra piece of security.
Mm-hmm.
And to follow up on that too, there's a new assembly bill that was passed the last couple of years because of the relates to zoning and in particular to ADUs. And so you can not only have just one parcel number, you could have two, even three parcel numbers on the same property. So that's why the field has been expanded to generate the additional addendum run out of space.
Okay. And also, when you guys do the MLS Connect, you guys think it's automatically, but you just have to copy the tax ID. For some reason, the APN number goes on the tax ID line. You have to copy it and paste it.
That's what's happening a lot.
Yeah, because it's being missed
Yeah.
often, and so we're bouncing them back to include the APN. And we have had people call and say, well, I've got 2 units and I've got 2 pieces of property on my one property. I want to sell one. Just because it's got an ADU does not mean it's a split piece of property. That APN is for that ADU individually for that permit specifically. Another item that we're catching also, who wants to explain to me what dual agency is?
Where you represent the buyer and the seller at the same time, or the broker.
The broker represents both buyer and seller, not the individual. So we have offices with hundreds of people in them. You probably don't know every agent that works in your office. However, when you're writing the offer, you want to look at who the listing brokerage is in addition to who the agent is. So we're bouncing back, not just this office, all the offices, because it is quite confusing. So if we're not with the same brokerage, it's going to be individual. We represent the seller and the buyer individually. If we are with the same brokerage, period, it doesn't matter if you know the person or not, it becomes dual agency. So dual agency is regarding the broker specifically. And all listing agreements and all purchase agreements are owned by the brokerage, not the agent. We're just facilitating the transaction.
But it has to be like we, if it was Keller Williams Elk Grove, we wouldn't be dual. Because Bruce is not
Different
the
brokerage.
brokerage.
So this is where it's at. If these 2 numbers match, we're same brokerage, we're dual.
And you can't necessarily rely on this because we have numerous DBAs that agents can use in this that will all relate to this number.
Oh, we can use our DBA on that? We don't have to say Keller Williams?
It all relates to Keller Williams. So we don't ever want to see South Hall, Elk Hall, this and that. We do want to see Keller Williams.
Or Keller Williams Realty Sacramento Metro.
Okay. So they're just like Sac Metro and Natomas, it's one and the same, but where you're gonna see that license number, if the license number for the agency is the same, we're dual agency. So, and the reason why that's important is when you're in multiple offers and you might know that agent, might not know that agent, and you're countering multiple, and then the other one says, well, I didn't know you're in dual agency. Well, you've explained it to the seller. This is not me. This is another agent in my office. However, we are in the same office. Our office is representing both you and the seller. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you want to be very clear that you're one and the same brokers representing you. Anytime any question happens, if you end up calling car legal, sometimes it does get hairy because you're under the same brokerage, but you want to make it very clear to both parties that you're with the same brokerage.
Just to clarify, KW Stack Metro, KW Fair Oaks are still separate licenses, not dual agency.
Right.
Good question, kind of related to that. So we're in a situation right now where we have an investor that wants to buy an off-market property of which Rich represents. He does not have a listing agreement with the individual. He Bobby and I wrote an offer. The seller likes the offer. We're going to negotiate a couple things on it. But since we're doing a single pay situation like that, how do we write it up to where it's Rich with Gary, the seller, and Bobby and I with the investor with a single pay situation?
Well, yeah, it would be a single party listing agreement.
Yes.
For Rich.
Okay.
Okay. And it would also be dual agency.
And this is where I try to always advocate. I get often, well, I want single party compensation, this and this and this. If you're providing any of the disclosures and we end up in court, the attorneys and the judge are going to look at who provided those disclosures. So it's always best to go with the single party listing agreement and take that and do SELM, not on the market, so on and so forth. And by the way, MLS has now done it digitally. There's no more signing the form and faxing it in. You go online, and if you want that information, I can forward that to you. And they have to approve it before you can go into contract with your buyer or whatnot. So you'll go in and input the information, the APN, and they'll automatically approve it, not approve it. They just want to make sure the information is true and correct and whatnot. They simplified it, however, it's still needed. But I always advocate the listing agreement, always, even if they're going on the market or not, because if you provide those disclosures to that seller, there is a representation in agency in effect. Correct?
Write your contract with dual.
Yes, write your contract with dual agency. Another thing that's been brought to our attention, and I'm going to go back to it real quick, is we're missing the counter offer box often. Back when the market was crazy and it was multiple counter offers and the agent had 3 or 4 or 5 of them to represent. Yes, thank you. You definitely want to mark that. So if you have seller multiple counter offer number 1, the buyer's going to counter with buyer counter offer number 1, right? And if the seller counter offers that buyer counter offer, now it's seller counter offer 1. It's not seller multiple counter offer 2. Because if they're only countering that 1, but if they're countering multiple, right? Because you're actually changing the form. It's not the same form. It's not seller multiple counter offer 2 responding to that buyer counter offer 1. It gets a little crazy because then when we're in compliance looking for seller multiple counter offer 2, we're like, well, where's the other multiples? We're looking for that other offer that went out. Entities of the sellers. What that actually means is when it's not, when the property is actually held in title by a piece of paper. People still own the business, the trust, the this, the that. So when you have a trust, LLC, partnership, limited liability, any of that stuff, but the title is a business, LLC, a trust name. It's not an individual. You want to make sure that you're stating right here the name of the authorized signers. Who's authorized to sign that document? Because a person has to physically sell the property, even if it's a probate attorney. That person's name needs to be there. Who's representing that name that's on title? And regardless of what it is, so if it's a trust, identify sellers as trustees or trust by simplified trust. You can say John Doe co-trustee, Jane Doe co-trustee, or you can just say the Doe family trust. But something needs to be put there. And if it's in probate, you're going to state that. If it's an LLC, you want to make sure all those case numbers. And the LLCs can be pulled from the Department of State too. So if people don't have it in front of you, you can look it up yourself.
Secretary of State's business search
seconds. A lot of times I'll just do it for people who send it to them.
I just noticed on that, it said that if you put their names there, you don't need an RCSD.
Nope.
That's beautiful.
Huh.
But on the listings, you still need it for the listings. So if you happen to miss that, we're bouncing it back to you and saying, now you gotta provide the buyer, the RCSD, and the trust advisory. So if you hadn't missed it and you entered it correctly, you don't need to provide all that stuff to the buyer. Or whichever side of the transaction. And then that's mostly my keynotes.
All right, couple hot topics that I wanted to cover. AVIDs, whether you're on the buy side, the sell side, or both, really need to work on getting those completed and signed by your clients before their inspection period expires. Certainly, they need to be submitted to the office, and they need to be signed and submitted to the office before escrow closes. I've had a few recently where the agents aren't even presenting them to their clients until after the close of escrow. That is a huge problem, regulatory-wise. It's a DRE violation. There's a case going back many years, Easton versus Strasburger, requires agents to do a diligent visual inspection of the home. Failure to do that, it's something the DRA will ding you for. They'll ding us for. More importantly than being dinged is if something goes wrong post-closing on the transaction, there's a claim. It's going to work against us if we didn't look after our client to the best of our ability, exercising our fiduciary duty to them, get that disclosure before their inspection. Along with that, verification of property. We've seen again, just like the AVIDs, a few of them are coming through, they're being turned in, and they are done after the close of escrow, or signed after the close of escrow, which again is useless to us. It's useless to your client. There's no point in getting a signature.
Okay, so for the one I just closed, the tenants did not move out to like after. Should I do two? Should I have done two VPs?
No, you can do an extra one if you want it for your file or whatever to explain a circumstance like that. But in terms of the verification of property, even if the tenant's not moving out, you should be able to coordinate with the property owner, the seller, getting into the property to do a quick walkthrough.
They was in a process of moving. That's why it was like moving. So we didn't know if there was going to be any damage after they left. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you should still try to get in and get the VP. If you have a seller that declines to, or you have a circumstance where you just absolutely they are not going to let you in, say it's a combative tenant, one that's going to have to be evicted post-close, your buyer's willing to do all that, some ridiculous thing like that. Then just have an email trail where this is being discussed. Your client says, I don't want to do it. I don't need to get in there. Have that documented and get that submitted with the file so we have something.
Can we write that on the VP on the line too?
They have a waiver box at the
Yeah,
bottom.
but can we write tenants are moving out, sellers, but can we write stuff there?
I don't see any harm in it.
Okay.
But I would prefer an email goal.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, a couple DRE hot points right now that they're really emphasizing. How many of us have had a client, seller or buyer, where they ask us for the name of a good contract?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. We always give that information. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I have a go-to list of several, and I have favorites, and I have ones that are not so. Big thing with DRE right now is effective in 2022. If you, as a real estate licensee, refer a contractor to a client, you have a duty to go onto the Contractor State Licensing Board website, make sure their license is good, so they have a license, and make sure they are maintaining proper insurance that they're supposed to. If they are a sole proprietor contractor, they don't have to have workers' comp. But if they employ workers, which you can tell on that site, they do have to have a workers' comp policy. And have to be on. So if you're referring contractors out, make sure you cover it. Second thing, on the buy side, sell side, whichever side you're working, if a pest inspection is as part of either the pre-sale inspection or a buyer's inspection, you have a duty to make sure that whichever side you're not on, the other side gets a copy of that pest inspection, and you have to have the pest inspection knowledge that both sides have received. Don't just send the first page, DocuSign, cover sheet, and have it initially send the entire report to DocuSign. So there's record of that envelope going out to receive.
Aren't pest reports public knowledge too?
They're filed with the state.
They are filed with the state, and I think they keep them on record too.
So when you go into a house and it's got that sticker and they say that there's no reports, yet you see that sticker, you can call that company directly and request that you've got the buy side and you saw that there's sticker and it's not being delivered to you.
And if they didn't have the sticker, you could still go to the website, Pest Control Board or something.
It's the Structural Pest Control
Thank
Board
you.
website,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, thanks, Jen. I'm like, hi, yes.
And they'll have.
I have looked up that website before, and if I'm not mistaken, they only publish if there has been evidence of termites.
Yes.
So if it doesn't have termites and it maybe just has dry rot, it may not appear on that database.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
And then the last, I think can agree with me on this. One of the things we're seeing and hearing is there seems to be a trend in mindset amongst agents for transaction. Most everybody these days is using a TC, and TCs are great. They will monitor the record documents that needed, time periods that things have to be done. But ultimately, you as the salesperson or associate broker, ultimately you're responsible for what does or does not occur in that transaction. So if, for example, you miss a deadline on an ABID, should your TC have given you the dates when all the documents, all the disclosures should have been given out to the other side of the transaction? Yeah, probably. But if you don't take care of doing that ABID, don't get it in front of your client for signature, or to the other side for signature in a timely manner, that's on you. That's not the TC. So, it's great to use TCs. They are huge for helping, especially with somebody that has high volume. But ultimately, you got to remember that you're still responsible for managing the process.
Right.
Stay on top of that stuff.
In addition to, if I'm reading the log and something's missing and I see that the TC has requested it multiple times, I want to see in that log the agent's participation in that request also. Following up on my TC's request, I need XYZ. It's not the TC's responsibility, like you said, it's yours. They're just kind of helping you in the canoe down the stream. But once you start getting in rough waters, you need to start participating and getting those requests met and acknowledged. And a lot of times, unfortunately, other agents are, it's just the TC. But when the agent's like, hey, I need this, they kind of, oh, okay, let me get to that. Absolutely.
Because when that transaction goes to hell, a year down the road, 2 years down the road, the DRE is not going to be paying the TC a visit. They're going to be paying you a visit, paying us.
And going with the DRE, the 3 years rule. Though the brokerage does keep your files for 3 years, it's always a good idea to download your whole file yourself and have it. There's nothing saying that you might move out of state. Things happen, but just because you might live in New Hampshire now and the DRE comes after you, it's still your responsibility to have that file. Of course, a broker is going to have it archived and pull it too, but you need to be able to speak amongst yourself when they contact you directly.
So I think we're right up against our time here.
Perfect.
To kind of close us out, I did want to ask that question up there. The market is shifting, so what does this mean for you and your risk management framework as an agent? Your guys' perspective.
From my perspective, due diligence, protect yourself, make sure all your paperwork's actually done ahead of your contingency timeframes. You want to make sure that buyer has every possible document, disclosure, report as soon as possible. You don't want to wait till day 17 and now you're trying to get extensions because the pest company is backlogged and can't get to your report. Now sending out extensions for contingency removals. And if you need that extension for the contingency removal, don't just automatically say, oh, well, I need 3 more days. That contingency removal or extension of time should be sent and have the sellers acknowledge that you're requesting that time.
And I want to say, take Bruce's classes, contract.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Bruce is, every time I reach out to him, I'm like, oh, thank you. It's a breath of fresh air of the details. It's not that you just get the answer, you get the why. And that's,
Unfortunately, my classes is usually contract related, and it's pretty boring stuff. It's very necessary.
But it's
boring.
needed.
So unlike Carnegie, I don't exude a lot of excitement.
You gotta dye your hair blonde.
But one final precaution for those of you who haven't lived through a real estate shift. When you go through a shift, it brings out the worst in everybody. And what that means, though, is not only do you have problems in transactions that can evolve into contract disputes, you also get ethics complaints increasing.
and don't think those attorneys are not waiting for this to happen.
Yeah, and on the legal side, they're waiting for this to happen. But more so, too, the ethics complaints, those are real, they do occur, and the level of documentation that you have in your files can save you from getting a $15,000 ethics complaint fine. And I can tell you, there was one recently that I sit on pro standards, so I one of the hearing officers on this thing. And in this one particular case, the documentation that the agent kept, including full text messages, everything, that evidence presented by that agent was so irrefutable that it cut through every argument the complainant made. And there was without a doubt, it was one of the few that I look at before we ever have a hearing, and I automatically have my mind made out that if this thing actually goes to hearing, it's going to be dismissed.
And secondly, what's the E&O policy on ethics? Not all policies cover ethics violations at all.
Cover ethics at all.
Okay, because some have like, we'll
'cause that's your own
review your
behavior.
file and this and this
Yeah.
and that, but some others are like, nope, you're on your own because it's a personal thing.
Yeah, if you get an ethics fine, that's on you. Also, if you're found guilty, under most circumstances, on a professional standards hearing, they're going to take your photo and they're going to publish exactly what you did.
Yeah.
And it's going to go on the car website.
Yeah.
Y'all better watch out. SB's got a few
Yeah,
things to
I do
add.
have some things to add. So we all know that each transaction is not the same. It's not very cookie cutter, right? Sometimes different scenarios or situations arise. And a lot of times those are discussed behind the scenes outside of emails between the two agents. So if you're working with the TC, please, please, please disclose to your TC any of the situations that may arise. Chances are 9.5 times out of 10, it needs to be documented and it requires an additional disclosure that you may have never even heard of. So please let us know what's going on or what's occurring in your transaction so that we can make sure you have the proper documentation. In addition to that, if you are closing early and it's not communicated in email, please let your TC know. That is very, very important so that we can make sure your file is buttoned up before it closes and that all those additional required documents or disclosures are in before your close escrow.
And your escrow person.
Yeah, so escrow cannot close. Escrow cannot close without mutual agreement between both sides. So.
And don't be afraid to
before-
hold that.
Yes, please.
Don't be afraid to hold that.
Don't be afraid to hold it. Please check in with your TC before agreeing to that closing because sometimes we are fighting with the other side to get things returned. So, and you really, really need those for your file.
Well, and in light of that, if you ever have a situation where you're up against not authorizing a file to close, somebody needs to talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially when it comes to like rent backs or people staying in possession or people moving in early, please let your GC know if you're working with one and don't close until you have all the proper documentation.
One more thing that's not on the list that she just brought up, seller in possessions. I'm getting a lot of them that leave the amount for the concession blank, and I'm bouncing them all back. Even if it says 0, it needs to be something stated. It can't be just assumed that it's nothing.
We're getting them at 0 and then an addendum following up saying that it's a freebie. We still like to see the SAC saying 0. That's our preference. We'll take the addendum, but our preference is
To see it on the
very
SIP.
0.
Any questions? I want you all to know to text me, email me, if you have any questions. I know Bruce is overwhelmed. A lot of things that we have talked about, we're on the same page, so I can definitely be the first point of reference. If there's any questions, concerns on what to do, if this and if that, you're always awesome too. She catches a lot of stuff before I do, so you guys have a great team. You guys have a great team that is so full of knowledge that we're here to keep you guys from court. That's ultimately our goals. And so there's so much more to learn. The market's still, it's not cold, right? It's not cold. We're still, look at those numbers of closings. And so there's going to be new situations, new what ifs. Feel free to call us. I've been doing this for 21 years, so I went through the first one. So things are always workable. They might get scary sometimes.
I love it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. We appreciate it so much. We hope you have a great day.
Congratulations! Woo-hoo.
I'll be here.
Money maker.
You acted enthusiastic. You were enthusiastic.
Just got here when I wanted.
You hear that, Shirley? He said I wasn't late. I just got